What is going on, guys? This is Tom here and welcome to Absolute Football TV. Today I want to talk about something a little different. I'm going to talk about the Spanish players, especially Miguel Michu. 13 goals in the Premier League this season so far for Swansea and only cost them 2.2 million from Rayo Vallecano. Why was it only 2.2 million? Michu wasn't unheard of. I mean, he was the top scorer from midfield in La Liga last season, and I think he was ignored by a lot of English people because I think a lot of English football fans forget that there are actually 17 other teams in the division, not just the two Madrid clubs and Barca. Some of these teams may not be the strongest, but they are going to have one or two top quality footballers in their ranks. And of course, the reason that Michu cost so little was because, well, Rayo really needed the money. They valued him about £7 million, but they sold him for 2.2, and the real reason was that they were about to go bankrupt and they really needed the money, and so I guess you have to sell your players for whatever you can. And the thing is, a lot of the Spanish clubs are in the same situation as Rayo. They're all struggling financially, and the key thing being that most of the players that play for them are on pea-sized wages when compared with Premier League players. A lot of them are on about £5,000 a week, which is a fraction of what an average Premier League footballer earns. The financial struggle of a lot of the teams is pretty much down to Real and Barca dominating both on the pitch and off the pitch. Off the pitch, they dominate in sponsorship deals and they get to negotiate their own TV rights, which means that a lot of clubs down the bottom end of La Liga are really hit hard. So what I'm actually talking about here is that in Spain there is a lot of talent for a very low cost, and it's a large market that hasn't really been tapped into by Premier League clubs. Of course, it helped Michael Laudrup the fact that he'd been in there and really knew the Spanish league system, and I think the new Southampton manager could do the same thing. I don't particularly want to talk about Atkins' sacking at the moment. I think everyone's heard enough about it. My views are exactly the same. You can check my Twitter at @rewhip if you want to know what I think, but it's pretty much the same as all Southampton fans. I just want to get on moving with the new manager, and we'll see where we go from there. So where is most of this talent going to come from in La Liga? Well, look no further than Real Betis. They're flying high at the moment. They really are overachieving, and a lot of their players' contracts are up in the summer. It's a similar story with Levante, who are, again, overachieving, and again, a lot of their key players, their contracts are expiring at the end of the year. I'll give you one example. Betis's Jose Canas, he's on 5k a week, and he could be easily picked up by a middle Premier League team, really influence the team in a really positive way. The unfortunate thing is, with the Premier League clubs being so much richer, it seems like their scouting power decreases. A lot of the big clubs have a very narrow recruiting policy. They don't go and try players. That's why Michu's at Swansea, because Swansea are willing to have a little look outside. I mean, there are a lot of players that you can get a lot cheaper further afield. A lot of English players are ridiculously overpriced at the moment, and for a fraction of the cost of, say, a Jordan Henson, you can get a Michu, and the Michu is 10 times better. You've got so much money, you can afford a load of scouts, you can set up a really good scouting network, and you'll be picking up those players. I've got 3 players for you to look out for who could be coming to the Premier League pretty soon. We have Fede Vico, who plays for Cordoba. He's a winger, 18-year-old, looks a very promising talent. He's managed to represent the Spain under-20 side without playing in the top flight of Spanish football, which is pretty impressive. Leo Baptista of Rayo Vallecano has been given the chance since Michu's departure to really express himself, and he has done himself proud. He's been banging in goals left, right and centre for Rayo, and he could be finding his way over. He's only 20 and would cost around 2 million, and that's just a steal, really. Jeffrey Kondogbia of Sevilla is a midfielder in the same mould as Yaya Toure. 19 years old, moved to Spain in the summer, but Sevilla, looking for a bit of money, could go for about £4 million. That would be an absolute bargain. He looks to be the next Yaya Toure. He could be a very big thing. Yeah. Well, yeah, big thing both ways. He could be good value for money. That's all for me today, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Absolute Football TV on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at @rewhip. Follow Absolute Football on Twitter. And have a nice day.